1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show. It's
Ellie Jones. Her name was Lord, it was not Jones, but Jones was used to rhyme with stones. I'm surprised I remembered all that, actually. But so that's quite a good one. Then another one, perhaps a more modern day one, an epitaph on a gravestone. He died because he didn't forward that message to 10 people. You know, we all get those, don't we? Where you say, if you don't do this, the worst is going to happen. So that will be quite a good one. One I do remember, which made me laugh, was this. It's quite hard to remember, but Ma loved Pa, Pa loved women. This is a bit like you, isn't it? The Pa that loves women. I'll start again, so I've completely thrown myself by saying that. Ma loved Pa, Pa loved women. Right. Ma caught Pa with 2 in swimming. Here lies Pa. He caught him, you see. So yeah, I mean they're sort of funny things, and that's not to make light of it. But ultimately, I must turn that off. Excuse me. Ultimately, just bear with me a sec.
Worries.
That's it. Ultimately, we won't choose, will we, what they say about us. You hope it will be something that the family liked about us. We hope there's things that they would remember us fondly by. But ultimately, perhaps it's not for us to really choose what other people say about us. It's we probably never know. But I think just to sort of finish off this particular subject, the poem written by Mary Elizabeth Frye, which I expect a lot of people know and have really found great comfort in, because it is a serious subject. And as we're near the end of the year, I know there are no doubt many people in this country and elsewhere who've lost people, especially in untimely or difficult circumstances. And of course, if these things hit the news, which many of them do, once the news cycle has done 24, 48 hours, it moves on to the next things, and those people are left to sort of pick up the pieces on their own. And so I thought I just would read out this poem, which I'm sure you've heard before. It's called Do Not Stand at My Grave and Weep by Mary Elizabeth Frye. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glints on snow. I am the sunlight on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. When you awaken in the morning's hush, I am the swift uplifting rush of quiet birds in circled flight. I am the soft stars that shine at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry, I am not there, I did not die. And I think they're beautiful words, and no doubt have helped many people get through difficult times. So yeah, it's a subject that's worth looking at sometimes. One perhaps we all shy away from. You know, I recall in my working days, if somebody had been bereaved, it was my experience that most of them wanted to be able to talk about it. And of course, very often, folk, colleagues or others find it hard to say to someone, oh, you know, how are you feeling? And even mention the person's name who's died. It's hard. But in my experience, it's always helpful to people. If they don't want to talk, they'll tell you, you know, just to sort of mention what they're going through. Anyway, we don't want to get, too melancholy, but it's a serious subject. And I just wondered what we thought we would like to see written about us. And ultimately, we'll never know, will we?
Yeah.
But, like the great thing is life will go on after us. That's the great thing.
Well, that's it, and yeah. Sometimes I mean, not usually in the best of circumstances, but on the news you would hear something like, you know, probably an adrenaline-driven person is that passion for adrenaline sports or whatever. They'd say, well, he died doing what he loved.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well,
The leader of our gang will make the show go with a bang and fund the aim of everything Custis. And fund the aim of everything Custis.
probably an adrenaline-driven person is that passion for adrenaline sports or whatever. They'd say, well, he died doing what he loved.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, does anyone want to die doing what they love? It's what you love. You know, you want to keep doing it, don't you? You know, so
Yeah.
I sort of listen to such statements, and I think, I don't think that's correct. I don't think anybody dies doing what they love, you know. Because if you know you're gonna die, well, nobody knows they're gonna die anyway. If you think you're gonna die doing what you love, you wouldn't do it, would you? Well,
That's true. Yeah.
that's not entirely true, actually, because there are people that would, you know, go down the dark lane, you know, get involved with, you know, taking substances and abuse substance and stuff like that. They say, well, you know, this might kill you someday.
Yeah.
And sadly, in some cases, it does. So, you know, but they can't stop it, can't they? So they carry on. But then that's an addiction.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. So,
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, but I think also a couple of things on that. He or she died doing what they loved.
Yeah.
First of all, I would think that gives the family, the close-knit family, some sort of comfort to say, well, they didn't die, you know, under a bus or something like that. At least they died. So I think there's that element to it. And then the other side of it is maybe there is something in it for people who die doing what they love, because they're very often an adrenaline junkie, as we say. They know what they do is dangerous, whether it's... I'm not sure they think that way so much with drugs, because I don't think people... They may accept a risk, but they don't think they're going to die through those drugs. No. Whereas, you know, someone doing a high wire walk between buildings with no safety equipment, or this parachuting base jumping where that can go badly wrong, they must realise it can go badly wrong, and it is that very danger that gives them the hits of adrenaline, isn't it? So in that way, it may be, if they had a choice, would they rather, if they got to die, would it rather be doing what they love doing or something else? They would no doubt choose that they will go doing what they love. So I think there's something in that. But that's
I just thought about that, and I thought, well, yeah. Right. So, what was the next topic that we were going to talk about?
Well, the other one was something that probably a lot of people, and I certainly thought about, I think when I was a kid, really, but it's come into mind once in a while. You know, why were the dinosaurs evolved before us humans? Because we tend to think of ourselves as the most, well, we are, I suppose, at the top of the food chain, really, aren't we? Because we can control most other species on the planet. So I just wondered why, for many, many years, huge, great reptiles called dinosaurs dominated this planet. So I think it's quite a good question. So I've looked into this and read about it over the years, and it's obviously quite a complex situation, but in brief terms, the earliest fossil evidence was that dinosaurs evolved about 230 million years ago. Now, that's a period of time we can't even think about. But why did they evolve from reptiles previously? It was mainly the climate of the Earth. At that time, and the scientists know this for a fact, the Earth was much warmer, almost hot as a climate, very humid. And that perfectly suited the adaptability of the dinosaurs that came along at that time. It suited them perfectly. They could adapt to those conditions. And for 230 million years, they, being like the Tyrannosaurus rex, Stegosaurus, and others like that, dominated the kingdom.
Of our gang will make the show go with a bang and fund the aim of everything customers. And fund the aim of everything customers.